it up here, but I guess I'll just hold the phone.
You just gonna hold it? Okay, that's fine, man. All right, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. But how you feel about the toxic parents? You know what I'm saying? That be gaslighting their kids or whatever.
I mean, I feel like I haven't really encountered that. So, I mean, I can't really like speak too much on it, but I've have seen other people go through that before where their parents were like just not have their best interests at heart, or basically they'll be like putting their needs before theirs and really like living through their children. And I feel like parents that do that, are you really like giving your child your best interest if you're like making them do the things that you want them to do versus guiding them on the things that they want to do?
Right, right. Because they said family reunions are down. And a lot of people ain't, linking up with each other no more in the family. Though, why you think that is?
I mean, all honesty, I feel like, especially in the black community, it's like crabs in a bucket. You know what I mean? So a lot of family members, instead of being family and being there for each other, they're like trying to pull each other down or being jealous of each other, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So it makes you want to pull away from your family versus coming together with your family.
Yeah, I think a lot of parents don't. They want to see you do good, but not better than them, and that's the worst part. Especially they like to be condescending and with those subtle jabs and sneak this, and it's just terrible. No period amongst your siblings or whatever. It's just a lot of toxicity, but yeah, it's a lot going on because a lot of people say that's your mom or that's your dad or whatever, and they say they always like to refer to the Bible or whatever, honor your parents, but your parents are supposed to respect and honor you as well. So it's like a two-way street.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I seen that the other day. You think because a lot of grandmas are dying, that's why you think the family reunion ain't as popular?
I think that is true because usually grandma does hold everything together. I can honestly say that too. When my grandma was alive, I feel like we got together more, especially through grandma's cooking. You know, grandma gets the cooking, everyone
Mm.
show up. You know, so it's like when grandma isn't cooking and isn't there to be the presence or the voice of reason, it does pull a lot of people away from things.
I look at grandma was just as toxic as well. She's gaslighting, controlling, narcissistic, stuff like that. So there's a whole lot of trauma though going on. Whole lot of trauma in the community.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the cards we were dealt. But I
Mm.
really don't feel like it's an excuse because,
There was never an excuse.
yeah, you know what I mean? I don't like when people um, make an excuse for their behavior as adults. Oh, I had this trauma as a kid, so this is why I'm the way I am now. I don't really agree with that.
Right, 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 right. Now, what is a gold digger to you?
A gold digger, now a
Yes.
man or a female, because both can be gold diggers.
And both.
Now, if we're talking, I'll just say female because that's usually the stereotypical gold digger, right? I feel like a female gold digger would be someone who's only using the man for monetary reasons. You know what I mean? Like they really have no interest in the guy. They really have no thought of really being with them or building with them. They just want to get what they can get out of the moment from them. And if we're talking a man gold digger, I would say it's the same thing, but instead of money, well, let me not say that because there are men who use women for money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I would say usually it would be sex, like, because that's a form of gold digging too. You know, you have no intentions on loving the girl properly, but you want her goods. You get what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
you're basically just gaslighting her and stringing her along so that you can get your rocks off when in all reality, that's not even, you don't want nothing to do with her. Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to build into her. You just want what you can get out of her.
Right. Okay. Right. You feel like porn should be banned?
Yes.
And why so?
Because porn, depending on when you're watching it. Now, if you watch porn at too early of an age, it starts sexual hormones in you before you're even ready to even comprehend what is even going on. So then you have a lot of people who grow up not even knowing how to fully satisfy a woman because they're going off of videos. When, you know what I mean? Or if I could take that another way, people will stop human connection because, oh, I don't got to put into dating this girl. I could just go home and jerk off to this video. You get
Mm.
what I'm saying? So it stops like guys per se from like actually putting in the work to get a girl to actually have sex with her because it's like, oh, I don't got to go through. I just bust my nut right here.
And what about the women that watch it?
Say that again.
And what about the women that consume porn?
I feel like women, if you're consuming porn as a woman, it's like it could possibly create unrealistic views on things because say you watching BBCs, not everybody got a BBC. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Now,
so
don't you do you also feel like Disney movies and these love movies are set on unrealistic expectations?
yeah, it can be.
Princess and the Frog, Cinderella, stuff like this, Beauty and the Beast, these love movies and romance movies. You don't think that's causing a big rift in anything either?
No, not necessarily because it gives people hope. And
So you really think a Disney movie is realistic with Prince Charming and all that? It gives
I
people hope.
I feel like it can be because when you actually do find your true divine counterpart, then you can have that true love story. A
Man,
lot
that's
of
a
people,
myth.
huh?
That is a myth. Disney movies is. I don't think porn is. I don't think porn that bad. I just look at it as food porn, car porn, whatever you want to call it. But I think these unrealistic expectations of love and see Disney movies are not showing people behind the scenes. They're just showing you a snippet of what you think it could become. So you have these unrealistic expectations, and you gonna fall in love, and everything's gonna be wonderful. No, sir. No way.
I actually see. I don't feel like that because I feel like when it's true and it's divine and it's sent from God, you can have that love story. A lot of people are jumping into relationships with people that aren't their true divine counterparts. They aren't even supposed to be with them. So that's why you're going through the things that you're going through in your relationship. A lot of people ignore the red flags right off the gate. So then now you're experiencing all of these things that you don't want to experience in the relationship when you wasn't even supposed to be in that relationship from jump.
But okay, so you believe in monogamy? What you saying?
Definitely believe in monogamy. I most definitely believe that should be the only way you should live. Why would
Okay.
you want to spread disease? Why would you want to have multiple children with other people that you know you can't be in all of those areas? You know what I mean? You can't be in each home and spending time sprinkle every in each home is not the same as being in a home.
Oh, they say usually I read some stats. They say usually in polygamy, they say usually women are the first to stop being monogamous in relationships. They're usually the first to stop being monogamous. So,
I've never seen that.
man, researcher. But I don't believe in monogamy. I don't know. I mean, it's cool. Some people believe in it, but I just think for the most part, either two broke people want that or for religious reasons or some shit. But
So you said two broke people believe in that. So you feel like if you have a certain amount of money, it's okay for you to cheat.
man, people do it. It's based on the person, based on what they want to do, type shit. But regardless of the fact of the matter is, though, that somebody, most people in these relationships, I think, is because they tired of dating, or she just tired of getting ran through. I don't really think it's genuine love or connection. That's off a Disney movie. That's off of Prince Charming or some shit.
So that means you don't believe in love.
No, not really. Not that love. Not that love. People talking about. I believe you gotta love someone, but I don't believe in that Disney shit. That's that Disney fairy tale shit and rap, love music and '90s R&B shit that don't exist no more.
That's not true. It does exist. That's what I'm saying. You've just been doing it with the wrong people, so that's why
Oh
you're
gosh,
not
yeah, we
going.
gonna move on. We gonna it's all with the wrong people. Just here we go again. It's not okay. It's the wrong people. You're choosing the wrong people. Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I,
you're right. You're right. You're right.
I can say that confidently because I've chosen the wrong people. So I understand that. You get what I'm saying? Like everything that I went through in relationships that I didn't like is because I chose to stay in relationships that no longer served me, but I was just staying in them for comfortability. So when you stay in a relationship for comfortability, it's like you're gonna go through stuff that's unnecessary, like that you
Yeah,
should.
yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, okay. So, okay. If you feel like polygamy was real, how many husbands would you have if it was illegal?
If it was legal,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have more than one husband. Me personally, I wouldn't want more than one husband. I only need one man. Now, if you was talking, this is you talking to me now. If you was talking to me a few months ago, I used to think that I needed a husband, a boyfriend, and a side piece. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt
Mhm.
like you did need all three of those things, like
Okay.
to have a one full man. You get what I'm saying? But that's when I say that's when settling comes in because now you're settling for what that one person's doing. Okay, he's not doing this, so let me get the other person to do this. I don't like that he does that, but this person doesn't do that. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you have a collective of people, is because you're settling for people that aren't doing what you really want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. What's the craziest way a guy ever cyber stalk you before?
Huh?
What's the craziest way a guy ever stalk you on the internet?
I mean, I get people that fascinate over me. Like I just recently had someone like literally a few hours ago telling me how they want to fantasize over me. Like, and he just kept and like insisting that like, man, I want to fantasize over you. I want to fantasize over you. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Okay. Right, right, right. Okay. Was you flattered by that or?
No, because it became insulting. And in my opinion, it went from cutesy to okay, so this is how you look at me. Am I giving off hoe or something that you think that you can sexualize me every time that we speak?
Okay. Yeah, you like was you attracted to the guy? Was you like attracted to him?
I mean, I didn't know him to be.
Oh, okay, okay. That explains it all.
Mm-hmm.
That explains it all.
Right.
You can bring one celebrity back to life. Who you picking?
Whitney.
Whitney. Okay. Okay. Right. 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 Yeah. I'll probably bring back Michael.
I was
Bring.
thinking too, but I gotta get my girl in there first.
Yeah. Would you feel like the most heartbreaking story told in a rap song?
Um. Well, a song that's been resonating. I don't know about a rap song, but like the song that's been resonating with me recently was Tiana Taylor's "Who's Gonna Love Me." I think that's the title of it. Like, I like the way when you reanalyze that song instead of putting it on a person, when you relook at it like as if
Mm-hmm.
you're talking to yourself, it really does resonate because a lot of times we forget to love ourselves and we forget to treat ourselves properly.
Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Is what's something you would never admit in person but would anonymously?
It's nothing that I wouldn't admit. I'm an open book.
Okay. Would you feel like a lot of people be thinking but they wouldn't say, but you would say it out loud?
I'm the person that says everything out loud. The things that you wouldn't say, like speaking about God. A lot of people are afraid to speak about God. They're embarrassed, or they feel like, you know what I mean? It's gonna make people look at them crazy. But they'll talk about smoking weed for some reason. But you'll be ashamed to talk about God. It's crazy. But whatever.
You feel like rappers, female rappers nowadays is like over sexualizing themselves?
Yes, definitely,
Okay. Why you think that is? Because I heard a quote that said they damaging young girls. You think so?
definitely.
And how is that?
Because everyone has this like stigma of what you're supposed to look like. They're putting beauty standards that are unrealistic out.
Right. But they always had over sexualized music though.
Definitely.
I mean, okay. Yeah, so they always had it, like, you know. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, I feel like they overt now with it though.
Mm-hmm. Don't feel
You
like
think?
they're sexualizing women anymore.
Huh?
You don't feel like they're sexualizing women anymore.
They sexualize themselves now. They feel like that's empowerment now. So it's like they talk women talking about gangster stuff and over sexual stuff. So they want to do what the men talking about.
Yeah, and that's a problem too. That's definitely a problem. I used to be like that too, thinking you got to keep up with. That's why I said that about the whole not being with your right person, because if you see someone cheating, that makes you be like, oh well, I'm gonna go cheat too. When that you're a woman doesn't do that. That doesn't mean just because he's cheating, you're a woman. You don't need to be going out sleeping with multiple men. You just leave him because he doesn't know your value.
Right. What's up? Almost everyone pretend to be morally right, but deep down we know it's messed up.
Say that question again.
What's up? Almost everyone pretend to be morally right, but deep down we know it's messed up.
Mm, something. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta come back to that question. I gotta think about that one.
Okay. How you feel about the parents that like kick their kids out at 18 without giving them a chance to build and grow?
I don't agree with that, and I feel like if you're gonna be parents, you parents should always have a home for their children. It doesn't matter what age they are, whether you are 18, 30, 40, 50. As long as you have parents that are alive, parents are always going to be parents. My kids will always have a home to come to.
Right. How you feel about a parent that somebody they want half of their kids' rent to pay bills and do stuff and saying I had you and I did the best I could and shaming and guilting the kids.
That's I feel like, in my opinion, like a parent shouldn't ask their kid for money because that's your kid. You know what I mean? If you can't provide for your kid, then you shouldn't be having kids. Now, if they're adults and they want to help on their own, then that's you. You know what I mean? That's them helping. But if you can be the type of parents that allow your kids to grow, if you're going to take that money for them, why not like put it in a savings account so when they are ready to leave, then have a foundation.
Right. Okay. What do you wish people would stop romancing because you lived the reality of it?
Say that again.
What do you wish people would stop romanticizing because you lived the reality of it?
I'm sorry. Would you say that again?
I said, what do you wish people would stop romanticizing because you live the reality of it?
Sex before marriage.
Oh,
I feel like you should be having sex before marriage because it puts you in a predicament you shouldn't be in.
what predicament is this, you think?
I feel like it opens up room for, like, if you're having sex before marriage, for one, you're giving away your, like, your body to someone who didn't technically earn it. Back in the day,
Mm.
that's what sexualizes so many people now. Everyone's just giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, and it makes people don't work for it the way they're supposed to. Like, that's what stop the whole world the way.
Who you think control the sexual marketplace, men and women?
Both.
I believe the women are controlling the sexual marketplace. They determine who's getting sex though.
It's supposed to be like that, but that's when women reclaim their power back. A
But if
lot
they but if they reclaim
of
if they're saying empowerment is having sex with who they want to have sex with, since they've been 13 or 14 and now they're 40 plus and saying we're all the minute, ain't they the one who chose this lifestyle?
exactly mistakes, and that come from, like you said, the rap
No,
music.
it ain't a mistake. That's calculated. They've been doing it for years.
Now I get what you're saying, but I feel like that's women who don't know their self and don't know their worth. Because if you know your worth, you wouldn't be just giving yourself out to everybody.
Is it the fact that they older now and now they looking for somebody to help bail them out because of their terrible poor decisions because they've been ran through and on the cock carousel?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's a mistake of men using women knowing that they don't have no
So now that women being used by men, oh Jesus.
because in my opinion, like I said, it goes both ways.
Mm.
Because the way you can get used by a man is if you don't know your self worth. If you don't know your self worth, you're gonna fall for
So
anything.
they ain't choosing and willingly doing this on their own. They ain't choosing. They ain't want that. What happened? They ain't choose to
How
set.
they wanted it, they just
Okay.
didn't know how to know their self worth to know that you can make a man wait.
But wait a minute. How if they know what they wanted? How they being used then? They
Because
use.
a lot of that's what I was saying before. A lot of men know for a fact that they don't want nothing to do with that woman. They know they don't want no type of like real relationship from them. They just want sex. So a lot of guys will pretend to do things like to get the woman to have sex. But after they get what they want, now you're not answering phone calls, you're not answering texts. So
Mm.
that's
Right, right. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I agree to disagree with that, but yeah, I totally don't.
on it.
I mean, we agree to disagree. I just think they know what they doing, whatever. But I appreciate you coming on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You
No problem.
know, thanks for coming on, type shit.
Of course. You have a